Questions. I'm asking those questions.
Dunn says his daughter, who was loved by everyone, fostered dogs and had a bright future. He says Tori was a hard worker, building her business from scratch and recently landing some big contracts with strata councils.
She was strong, but she was small, but she was mighty. Tori was a fighter, and so was her family, and this should never have been allowed to happen.
Aaron Dunn demanding change after his daughter was killed in an apparent random act of violence perpetrated by an alleged repeat offender who was on probation and released from custody days prior.
We're very, very angry and we're upset and we want justice for her.
Tori Dunn and her boyfriend had been out celebrating his birthday on June 16th. When they returned home, her father says they lay down on the couch. When Trafford went to the bathroom, he heard Tori scream and came back to find a man with a knife had cornered her against a wall. Tori had been stabbed. The suspect jumped from a balcony and ran off.
I can't imagine what that young man had to go through that night. It's hard enough just thinking about it. I can't imagine having to be there.
The 30-year-old landscaping company owner died in hospital after what her family believes was a home invasion.
Tori was just a beautiful soul. You know, she was kind and gentle and caring.
A suspect was arrested near the scene with help from a police dog. Global News has learned his criminal history dates back to 1998 in Ontario, where in 2009 he received a 12-year sentence on multiple charges, including robbery with a firearm. At the time, he had 22 convictions, including offenses involving weapons and violence. In BC, the 41-year-old was sentenced to 2 years probation in March for obstructing a peace officer and possessing a weapon for a dangerous purpose. He was then accused of 2 counts of robbery in Vancouver on April 25th and released from custody on $500 bail with no fixed address. On May 26th, the suspect allegedly stabbed a woman near a Surrey SkyTrain station. 2 days later, he was arrested in Vancouver for breaching probation and detained. Police say they saw a man smoking crack cocaine near the front entrance of a building and learned he was wanted Canada-wide for robbery. The VPD says the arrest was only possible because the feds ended BC's decriminalization exemption, making it illegal to consume drugs in public spaces. On June 5th, the suspect received 10 days in jail for the May 28th breach and was released again within days.
That's just wrong. That's just, you know, we're upset. We're enraged.
Now he's back in jail where he should have been, and the family's right to ask those questions. I'm asking those questions.
Dunn says his daughter, who was loved by everyone, fostered dogs and had a bright future. He says Tori was a hard worker, building her business from scratch and recently landing some big contracts with strata councils.
She was strong, but she was small, but she was mighty. Tori was a fighter, and so was her family, and we're going to see this through.
Kristen Robbins.